Hi y'all, this is Francine Wilson with Stamp Scrap Go, and I just want to welcome y'all to World Card Making Day. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to be live as I planned. I will be babysitting my grandchildren. So I'm filming this today. I'm going to show you 3 cards I'm making from a One Sheet Wonder with the Modern Mosaic Designer Series paper. I'm making happy birthday cards because I'm a little behind and I finally got all my September birthdays in the mail today. Yeah, that far behind. So I'm trying to catch up and make sure that I have all of October ready to go. So I'm going to turn the camera down and have you join me while I make 3 cards. Welcome to my mess. This is my messy table space here. I am working, as you can see, on several projects. I'm getting ready for a craft fair next weekend, so I have stuff everywhere. Right now, what I'm going to do is walk you through a couple of my One Sheet Wonder cards. This one is not one of them. I have them all laid out here. And thanks to Pinterest, I have several options to make One Sheet Wonder cards. Now, this is one set of the cards. And I am using some retired stamps, okay? So if you have them, wonderful. If you do not a big deal, because you can use any stamp sets that you like, okay? So I need to get my triple banner punch because I am using several different punches and stuff for this. Some of them I've already got punched out, as you can see right here. So I'm looking at my example, and it called for the strip of the designer paper, which is the Modern Mosaic, strip of cardstock, 2 different strips of cardstock. And as you can see, this one is bigger than the 2-inch allowance, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work. Nothing else, we'll just have to correct those edges. And that is done with our snips. Okay, so we'll just take it down to the edge, just like that. Perfect. So these 3 pieces are going to layer, okay? As are these. Let me get all my little bits out of the way. Okay, so again, it's simple cards. I stamp all of my cards with my company stamp. I do that before I build the card, and then I flip it over and I'm going to stamp. And I am in the birthday card making mode. I'm going to stamp my sentiment inside. This is a standard card base. It is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. I do have my blocks sitting here ready to go. The stamp sets that I'm using today are Picture Perfect Birthday and Happy Birthday Gorgeous. That way I can, decorate the inside here and there, which I am going to do. Let me go ahead and I want to do the ribbon. Now, this ribbon has always confounded me, but I'm going to do it anyway. have to make sure I get it in the right position so that, okay, so that is up. And that way, whenever I do the other portion of it, I get it in the right spot. Okay. Sorry, I'm clearing my voice. I am having a rough day with allergies. Okay, so I'm using mint macaron for my bow. And I'm just, you know, making a little pretty on the back side, or sorry, on the inside of the card. There are creative coaches out there that swear that that's the only way you should, yeah, I want to make sure I get this on here right, that you should do your cards is always decorate the inside. I don't always decorate the inside. Okay, so I've turned this around. And of course, I just messed up myself by setting it down. So let me make sure that it's in the right position. Okay, so this is the top, which I can see right there. And I'm using Garden Green as my alternate color. Making sure, and this is the beauty of photopolymers, you can see right through them. Yay, it worked! Happy stamping. Yes, and it always helps if you get it in there right. Okay, so got to get it back on the stamp set right. There we go. Okay, so that's my interior, nice and simple, quick. Okay, so here's the outside. Now, I'm going to layer this on here, and adhere it with my snail. And I'm going about a 1/4 inch from the left, trying to keep it nice and straight. And then I've got this piece, which is just a tad bit shorter, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink my edges, and I'm just going to do that. It's not a whole lot. It's just enough to give it some color. And to do the corners, you can do this. Inside corners. Okay. So that is that. This piece is going to go on top. And it has it lined up. My example has it lined up perfectly, but I kind of want to do this. No, maybe not, because then it hides it. Maybe up here. Nope, I guess I am going to go with the whole centered thing, because you know what? There's more to it right here. Okay. And I am not going to ink the edges on this because that would just be too much. However, this piece, as you can see, is a little too long. So we get out our trimmer. And it looks like about a 1/2 inch needs to be taken off. I could take off 3/4 just to be safe. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and place this on here, kind of center it into that. And then this piece and this piece are purely decorative. So I'm going to adhere this down on this one, centering it. I center mine in 3 sides, and of course it's longer on that side. So how do I do that? Well, I'm going to go ahead and center it this way so that I can make sure that my ends are as equal as possible. And they're not really, but eh. And then I'm going to pump this up on dimensionals. And I am going to decorate with some pearls. But I also need to stamp on here before I do that, okay? So let's find a stamp that is going to fit there. And I think the Forever Young stamp will make it. These are the things you need to think out before you place things down, and I really didn't, but that's okay. I'm going to stamp it in the terracotta tile, which is one of the colors in the paper. Let me make sure where this is going. Okay, so this is going right here. Sorry for my head in the way. And again, I hold it for a few seconds. Close up your ink so you don't get it all over your card. And keeping this equidistant between here and here. And then I'm actually going to use the silver. Sorry. I'm just killing it with the allergy throat. And there you go. And yes, I'm leaving that distance. Okay, so that is the first card I'm showing you. Now I'm going to bend it over because I've already pre-scored my cards. Always go from your center out so that you don't skew the card. But that is my birthday card. Okay, so that's card number 1. This one is a fun one. Not sure what this one goes to. Hold on, I have to pull up my example so I have something to follow. Oh yes, this is super, super easy. Okay, so I'm going to put those off to the side there. And basically, now my trimmer was having an issue with the blade. I just changed the blade, but if you get rough edges, just use your little sanding block. We used to sell these, but you can use regular sandpaper as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, okay? I'm not going to trim this off until it is mounted, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and give my adhesive. I think I went a little off the edge there. So I'm going to go back over it. And make sure you get to your points. Give yourself equidistance from point to point. And I am going right up to the edge on the scallop. There you go. Again, this is 4 1/4 by 11. scored at 5.5. And this is going to go here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and snail, snail, and more snail. And as you can see, my paper did not go all the way to the top, but that's okay. It's okay. So then we're going to trim off this. That's why we didn't trim off the coordinating cardstock in the beginning. So now I'm going to trim this off to my edge. Let me see if that needs to be trimmed anymore. Okay, so easy peasy. Let me stamp my company stamp. And again, I went out of order. I usually stamp my interior, but of course there's nothing that's going to block that, so because I'm not putting any embellishments on the back side. Oh goodness, make sure your stamp's in the right position. Makes me wonder, did I do that with this one? Did I do it upside down? Nope, I didn't. Okay. Scared me. Okay. Let's see. I like using these balloons. I think they're fun. So I am going to go ahead and give myself a balloon here. Put that one back there. And I had a mask, but I must have tossed it thinking I wasn't going to use it again. So I'm going to cut it. I'm using my double balloon punch and some Post-it notes. And I'm using the smaller balloon. Okay, and I did that on the side with the sticky. So I'm going to put that right there, cover that up, and then I'm going to take this dotted one and I'm going to do some mint macaron. And I'm doubling up. And yes, you'll still have room to write a special note if you want to write a special note or just to sign it. Okay, put that away. Take my mask off, put that where it belongs so that I have it. Okay, my fingers aren't working in that direction. Okay. So now I have that. I need my journaling pen, which I did not keep out. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just use my black Stampin' Write marker. And I'm going to make a little bow by just doing a figure 8. And then I'm going to take my marker and cross my stuff there. Okay, so that's my inside. It's cute. Here's my outside. And what's left is my flower. So I'm going to just curl these up just a little bit. Just gently And I'm going to stamp my sentiment up here. And then I'm going to have these spray of twigs and things right here. So these are trash. Not keeping all the teeny tiny little pieces. I'm behaving. Okay, but I want to give my center a look. So I'm going to go around. Okay, and then I'm going to take the itty bitties, put them in the center. Excuse the noise in the background. My mother is making her lunch. I'm guessing she doesn't realize I can hear all that. But that's okay. Whoop. Gotta get that to lay down. So I'm gonna have to move my... Ah, goodness. This is a little tedious, isn't it? They're sticking to each other. And the one wants to stay upside down. What is up with that? There we go. Get that one up. Oh, my goodness. Yes, it just wants to stay upside down. And this one doesn't have any sticky on it anymore. So I'm going to give it a little hit of glue right there. I'm going to make this baby stay. There we go. Just had to get one of those big pearls to move out. Okay. So before we stick this down, we've got to put our sentiment. And so I'm trying to keep in with all the colors. Garden green, mint macaron, terracotta tile in this paper. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp my Make-A-Wish. Isn't that pretty? And then put one of these on the back of this. And I'm going to actually put this twig, which is now a mess on my hand, put the twigs on the back of the flower. I want those to kind of overlap, and then I'll bring the other one down on the bottom. Now I don't want to keep you for the whole day, so I'm just going to show you these two cards, but I'll show you what I have left to make. Okay. Quick, simple. Quick and simple. I'm loving these cards. Okay, from the center out. Oh, what did I do? Okay, I have a gummy. There we go. Got rid of that. So there you go. Quick, simple birthday card. 1, 2, 3, and done. So that's 2. And we'll make the third one. We'll go ahead and we'll do the third one here. All right. Let's see, what is this one? Okay, so this one is border stamping around the design, which I have right there. And I'm not sure what this piece is for. It looks like it has a tag on it. I don't know what I would do with the tag, so I'm not going to use that piece. I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to border it with these little flowers. I'm going to use the terracotta tile as my border ink. And hopefully get it all straight. And I'm going to wipe off that block. Okay, let's clean this off. Okay, so we're going to do a partial stamp. And I'm going to use this as a mask, so just in case. And then I don't need that last one. So I just need 3 on here. I'm going to mask off just the very edge in case some of it made its way. There we go. So this piece is going to get put here, and I'm going to do a little bit more decoration here. Let's see what this other border is. Oh, it's different flowers. So we can use that. Actually, it's just little crisscrosses, but I'm going to use the mint macaron. And this time I'm going to start here. And I thought I was doing in between, but I guess I'm not. What do I need? Just 2. Okay. I think I need just 2 over here as well. to take it. Oh, I only need one. Well, two it is because I already started it. Okay, that's a cute little border. Nothing fancy, just a little something. What I could do is put the sprinkles in the garden green in between. Let's see. No, too much. And then we're going to put the garden green and Make-A-Wish at the top. Changing out these stamp sets. Okay, company stamp over here. That way everybody knows where it's coming from. We'll put this on here. Makes a cute little frame. You've got the bird for the modern mosaic. Goes here. And we're going to use the garden green and we're going to stamp the happiest birthday. And this time, we're going to do candles. Oh, that's a happy birthday candle. We'll use that in the middle for our green. So I'm going to just stamp that. And then we're going to open them all up. Oh, you know what? I have this one upside down. Be a little off, but oh well. And then we'll go with mint macaron. And then garden green. And we'll clean them off. And we'll just do the stripe. Cute. Okay, so now guess what? We've got to do the flame. the flame. Oh, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to get a yellow. How about crushed curry? Whoa, sorry, almost lost my seat. I want to make sure they understand these are all candles along the bottom. And yeah, it takes up a lot of space, but it's okay. Okay. Well, that one is done. And you know what? I'm going to add a couple pearls. Because I like them. And pearls does not make it girly, okay? Now, I've got a little ink there. I'm going to try my sanding eraser. I can maybe dull it a little bit. I didn't get it soon enough. But that is card number 3. Again, simple cards, birthday cards going out this month. All right, thank you so much for joining me today for World Card Making Day. You have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday at 3 o'clock for Technique Tuesday.